Now on Good Morning Northwest, a big development in the race for the Republican nomination for president. Only two candidates remain this morning.
Our week is starting off with rain and gloom. I'll let you know how long this weather will stick around coming up in your first alert forecast.
And Spokane crews wrap up that full city snowplow, but they need your help with something. Just ahead, what they're asking you to do. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. So glad you're starting your week with us. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. It is Monday, January 22nd. Let's toss things right over to Allison Martinez, who is in for Mark Peterson this morning with a look at your first alert forecast.
We are starting off this week with temperatures that are a bit warmer than what we've seen the last couple of days. It's currently 35 degrees in Spokane and over in Coeur d'Alene as well. Here are 4 things to know for your day today. We are expecting rain and above freezing temperatures tonight. A warming trend coming up with temperatures in the 40s for this weekend. Now we do have a few winter alerts in place. The area shaded in purple on your screen is under an advisory until about noon today, and this is because these areas are still cold enough where they could be seeing snow, sleet, and freezing rain, so be careful as you head out on the road or by foot today. Again, this lasts until noon. Here are our highs throughout the region. Warmer temperatures today inching towards the 40s, 38 degrees in Spokane and over in Coeur d'Alene, 39 in Sandpoint, and temperatures in the 40s in Idaho as well at 43 in Kellogg and 42 in St. Mary's. For our lows for tonight, these temperatures are looking a lot more pleasant as well, above freezing, 37 in Spokane and 35 in Coeur d'Alene. Moving toward the most central part of the state, 35 in Grand Coulee, 33 in Ritzville, and 34 in Moses Lake. For the rest of your day, we're going to be right at that 38-degree mark pretty much all day long. That's our high. We could be seeing some chances of showers all day long today. Winds at 6 miles per hour.
Allison, thanks. Spokane finished a full plow of the city on Sunday. This maintenance project began last week on Wednesday. Since then, the Public Works Department plowed more than 2,000 lane miles of city streets. Now, as temperatures warm up, you're encouraged to clear any snow and debris away, from storm drains to minimize pooling water in your streets. Now, if you notice your block was missed, you can call in and report it by calling 311. Well, over the weekend, a major development in the race for president. Ron DeSantis is now out.
As voters are preparing to head to the polls, former President Donald Trump could take the stand in a New York City courtroom today. Sydney Charles is here. So what does all of this mean? How will this affect the New Hampshire primary?
Exactly right. So all of this race has changed so much in the past 24 hours. Now, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is the last candidate standing between former President Donald Trump and a third straight Republican nomination. And with New Hampshire's first in the nation primary just a day away, the two candidates are going head to head to win the contest for the GOP presidential nominee. And this morning there has been a shift in Trump's tone toward Ron DeSantis. DeSantis, once thought to have the best chance of taking Donald Trump's spot as the leader of the GOP, officially suspended his presidential campaign with an announcement posted to X yesterday. He also threw his support behind the former president. Trump has spent much of his campaign slamming DeSantis, but after DeSantis suspended his campaign, a friendlier tone.
I'd like to take time to congratulate Ron DeSantis and, of course, a really terrific person.
Now heading into tomorrow's primary, Haley is facing a double-digit deficit, with 50% of likely Republican primary voters supporting Trump, while Haley falls at just 39%. That's according to a CNN University of New Hampshire poll. Haley now questioning if Trump is mentally fit to serve after the former president appeared to confuse her with former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi when recently discussing the January 6th riot at the Capitol,
When you're dealing with the pressures of a presidency, we can't have someone else that we question whether they're mentally fit to do this.
In the meantime, Trump is expected in court in New York for the case brought on by E. Jean Carroll.
Okay, so Sydney, what can we expect then as we are leading up to tomorrow's events?
Haley is expected to host several different events in New Hampshire. She also says if she does lose, she will not be quitting.
Okay, we'll keep a close eye on it for you. Thanks, Sydney.
Thanks, Sid.
In news around the Northwest, Representative Kathy McMorris Rodgers has announced a congressional hearing on protecting the lower Snake River dams. This follows conversations between the Biden administration, conservationists, and tribes that some say is a roadmap to breaching the dams. In December, the administration said it planned to spend more than $1 billion over the next decade to help recover salmon populations in the region and how to offset the benefits of 4 dams on the Snake River if Congress would ever agree to dismantle them. In a statement, McMorris Rodgers says this hearing will provide an opportunity to expose how its plans will destroy people's lives in eastern Washington. It's set to take place next week on January 30th.
The University of Idaho says it's supporting its volleyball team following allegations that coach Chris Gonzalez abused, bullied, and acted inappropriately towards players. A case manager from the dean's office will monitor all team practices and activities and will be there anytime a player requests the support. You can read this full story on our website, KXLY.com.
In news around the world this morning, Israel's defense forces released footage of tunnels in Khan Yunis, where they say Hamas held about 20 hostages at different times. The tunnels stretch for several hundred yards, part of a 350-mile-long network. Inside, there appears to be cells with a mattress on the floor. Hair and DNA found in those cells have verified that the hostages were held in these conditions. Israel continues to search for the other about 130 hostages. In the meantime, the war grinds on with more than 24,000 Palestinians reportedly killed. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has so far rejected a deal with Hamas to surrender and release more than 100 hostages believed to be alive in Gaza.
Well, today marks the 51st anniversary of the landmark Roe v. Wade decision. On January 22nd, 1973, the Supreme Court legalized abortion in the United States. The decision also legalized other privacy matters about family, relationships, and bodily autonomy. In June of 2022, the Supreme Court overturned Roe, ruling there was no constitutional right to an abortion. Today, President Joe Biden's re-election campaign is making reproductive rights a focal point of that campaign. It released an abortion-focused ad to emphasize the issue and galvanize voters.
Good morning, Northwest time is now 7 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Let's check back in with Allison Martinez, who's tracking our first alert forecast for us today, seeing those temperatures going up towards the end.
That is right. January's been a bit of a roller coaster in terms of weather, but now we're seeing temperatures above our average. We have more on that coming up in your first alert forecast.
Local businesses teamed up to take care of Spokane's homeless. We will show you what they did.
And trouble at Sports Illustrated coming up. What's behind the magazine's mass layoffs?
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by End the Violence.
92.9 CCU. If you've been thinking about remodeling your kitchen or upgrading a bathroom with a fun new look, right now is the perfect time to call Northwest Granite and Cabinets.
Northwest Granite and Cabinets is the premier shop for the best selection of unique granite, marble, and quartz countertop options and can customize any unique look you need with a variety of options for any room in your home.
So, if you're looking to give your home a fresh new look this year, call Northwest Granite, the one-stop shop that does it all.
Dude, you coming?
Alka-Seltzer Plus PowerMax Gels, cold and flu relief with more concentrated power. Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
As a mom, a food blogger, a wife, and a business owner, time is everything. So whenever something comes along and frees up some of my time, it's a game changer. Electrolux has made my life that much better. With a little more time for this, and this, and this, and this. And the Fred's family made it so easy, from selecting the perfect model to their swift installation. Fred's is a game changer.
Fly me to the moon.
Hospice of North Idaho's annual wine tasting auction wants to send you on a trip of your dreams. Enter to win a luxury resort experience in Las Vegas or a customized trip of your choice. Purchase raffle tickets before the event. The winner will be announced at Hospice Wine Tasting Auction at the Coeur d'Alene Resort. Win prizes and bid on silent and live auction items. While there, enjoy acclaimed wines paired with fine culinary delights. Call or click today for information and wine taste event tickets.
Let's take a test drive of this rugged Nissan Frontier, redesigned inside and out. There's plenty of power so you can take it anywhere, thanks to an upgraded suspension, steering system, and powertrain. The cabin has improved too with a new seat design, larger storage compartments, and a big touchscreen that's smartphone compatible. If you weren't interested in a Nissan Frontier in the past, it's time to reevaluate. Test drive one at the new Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
Just about 11 minutes after 6, here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. The FAA is expanding the list of Boeing jets up for inspection.
A door plug blew out mid-flight on an Alaska Airlines 737 MAX 9 plane that led to the grounding of those planes. Now, regulators say that other 737s that use that same door plug design should also be inspected.
Guild-represented staff at Iconic Sports Illustrated had a horrible end to the week Friday. Most or probably all were laid off, according to the magazine's union. SI is owned by Authentic Brands Group, or ABG. In a memo to staff, magazine publisher Arena Group said ABG revoked its publishing rights because of missed payments. Just a month ago, Sports Illustrated was in the news when the publisher fired magazine CEO Ross Levinson. That followed the revelation that SI was caught publishing stories with fake author names and profile photos generated by artificial intelligence.
Here are the major takeaways for your Monday. Today we're expecting rain and patchy fog. You will need your raincoat, your umbrella today. Our high is 38 degrees.
Well, local Spokane businesses worked together to hold a pop-up clothing drive for the homeless on Sunday. It's the second year of this drive that's put on by Pro Mobile Auto Detail and Ladder Coffee. After last year's successful turnout, organizers said they felt it was crucial to provide this service once again, especially after our recent winter weather.
And we really just wanted to put something together between a few different businesses here to try and give back to the community. Obviously, with the weather conditions, you know, it's the best time to do something like this. So we're just gathering up as much clothes as we can, and then we'll be handing them out all day.
Well, the drive accepted more than just clothing. They offered products for hygiene, shelter, and luggage for people to transport those items. Now, organizers also said that no matter how many people came throughout the day, there would always be clothing waiting for them because of the large amount of donations that they received, which is so awesome to hear.
And it's not surprising, though. Spokane is so generous.
Absolutely. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:13.
Overtraining, injuries, and burnout. We're not talking about pro or even college athletes. We're talking about kids. The warning about youth sports from a top pediatrician group right after the break.
And as we take a commercial break, we'll give you a live look here at downtown Spokane. A dark start to your morning here. Thanks for joining us on this Monday.
Frozen water pipes are a serious risk during cold winter weather. When water freezes in a pipe, it can be a disaster for your home and your wallet. If you're not properly prepared, don't wait until it's too late. At Mainstream, we know exactly what it takes to keep your family safe during the cold season. So call or visit us online today.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
If you're looking to remodel your home with some new stylish flooring or maybe some modern wallscape ideas, then you need to visit one of Windsor Plywood's 2 locations for the best selection of doors, floors, moldings, and more.
Windsor Plywood. It's the place where memories are created, where families gather to pass on traditions, or young couples celebrate their new home. At Northwest Granite, we understand the kitchen is the most important room where these moments happen, which is why our designers spend quality time in helping you find the perfect cabinets and countertops at a great price to create life moments just like this. Northwest Granite.
This is the sound of a generation rising above. The Commemorative Air Force honors the heroes of yesterday while educating and inspiring the heroes of tomorrow. Learn more at commemorativeairforce.org.
My advice to all the fathers out there, they grow up way too fast for you to waste even a single precious moment.
Frozen water pipes are a serious risk during cold winter weather. When water freezes in a pipe, it can be a disaster for your home and your wallet. If you're not properly prepared, don't wait until it's too late. At Mainstream, we know exactly what it takes to keep your family safe during the cold season. So call or visit us online today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Inland Northwest Honda dealers.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. It's 6:16. A new study on kids in sports shows more and more kids are quitting sports altogether, and researchers are finding out why. Here's ABC's Allison Cossack.
This morning, the American Academy of Pediatrics has issued a new warning about youth sports, saying too much pressure on kids' performance is leading to overtraining, injuries, and burnout.
Nice, Alex.
In recent years, experts have raised more concerns about parents taking the fun away.
When there's such an overemphasis on winning, it really takes away the enjoyment.
The new study, released overnight, finds a whopping 70% of kids are dropping out of organized youth sports by age 13. Factors include depression, fatigue, sleep problems, and injuries. Injuries in youth football took the spotlight in California this month as lawmakers considered banning tackle football for kids under 12. Super Bowl champ Rob Gronkowski supported the proposal.
I love that these kids want to play the game of football, but to play the game of football at such a young age, I think is a little dangerous.
But California Governor Gavin Newsom killing the proposal, pledging not to sign it, saying, "I am deeply concerned about the health and safety of our young athletes, but an outright ban is not the answer," arguing whether kids play should be up to parents. In the end, the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends young athletes should take part in no more than 1 sport per day and have at least 1 day of rest per week from organized sports. And experts say the focus should not be on wins and losses.
Parents can do a lot to support young people. It doesn't matter if they win or lose. It's that they're building their character and they're taking care of their bodies.
The new study out this morning also recommends young athletes have 2 to 3 months off from each sport every year. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
And that's really tough because so many sports overlap.
I know.
Oh, it's really hard.
That's a hard one.
All right, here is a live look this morning, downtown Spokane. And we do have some fog out there. You can kind of see it a little bit, but there's some patches of it, not all over the place.
Yeah, not all over the place. We have a little bit of a breakdown here. Definitely something to be aware of as you go about your day to day. Our high is 38 degrees. We will be seeing patchy fog and rain and some light winds for today. Moving on to tonight, we'll have a low of 37 degrees, much more pleasant than some of our overnight lows we've seen recently. And that chance of rain and patchy fog will continue today as well. well. Here are the winter alerts we have in place. The area in purple on your screen is under an advisory until noon today. That's because these areas are still cold enough where they could be seeing freezing rain, snow, sleet. So definitely something you want to be aware of as you head out on your morning commute, both as you're driving and as you're walking. A lot of our neighborhoods looked a little bit like ice skating rinks this weekend, and that's going to be the case for these areas in particular. Now, here's a closer look at some areas where we're seeing a little bit of more dense fog, where you see that white Grand Coulee, Moses Lake, Ritzville into Deer Park, Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint. Those areas will be seeing some more dense fog, so definitely something to be aware of today. Now, another thing we're tracking is rain. We're going to see this kind of come into the picture as we approach noon. Here's a look at lunchtime, really up in Colville, Bonners Ferry, down all the way through Deer Park, Coeur d'Alene into St. Mary's. Those areas are going to be seeing rainfall. It's kind of in and out all day today, scattered throughout our region, and this is going to be the case for the week ahead. Here's a look at 6 p.m. Deer Park, over in Kellogg, St. Mary's, and further down south as well. Those areas will be seeing rainfall during that time and continuing into the evening. Here are our highs for today. We're looking at 38 degrees in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, much warmer temperatures inching towards the 40s, 39 in Ritzville, 36 in Grand Coulee, and 39 over in Moses Lake. Taking a look at our lows, these temperatures are also a lot more pleasant. No temperatures below freezing, luckily, making that rain much more tolerable as you head out on the road. 37 in Spokane and 35 in Coeur d'Alene. Here's our planning forecast. We have chances of rain all week long. It's going to be pretty gloomy. The sun will peak out at times, and as we make our way closer to the weekend, that's when we could see temperatures in the 40s. So a little bit of a warming trend to look forward for you there if that is more up your alley.
Yeah, absolutely. All that snow is going to be gone here before we know it. It was already starting to melt outside my place today. All right, thanks, Allison. Your Good Morning Northwest timer now, 6:21.
A conference play is in full swing in the world of college basketball, and the WSU women have their eyes set on making the tournament for a 4th year in a row. After yesterday's performance against Arizona, looks like they're ready. We'll show you after the break in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
There's some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya helps you choose the right amounts without over or under investing across all your benefits and savings options, so you can feel confident in your financial choices.
They really know how to put 2 and 2 together. Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Goddesses, I bring the vitality of sun.
And I the sea. I took the kids swimming, hit up the farmer's market, and crushed my sales call. Typical Tuesday.
Awaken your inner goddess with Vitafusion's expertly crafted assortment of delicious and nutritious gummies.
Oh, and I brought cupcakes.
Right now, there's just so much happening in our world.
And so much happening.
Right here in the Northwest.
Making sense of it all, that's not always so easy.
And that's where we come in.
Good Morning Northwest and Good Morning America.
We're right here, and we got you.
We got you, Northwest.
10 years from today, Lisa Schneider will become the undisputed leader of a ginormous pack of dogs. Rescue dogs, to be exact. A second act made possible by the career reskilling courses Lisa's already taking now with AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does, so she can finally run with the big dogs and the small dogs who just think they're big dogs. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
It's the final days of the epic sell-off at Furniture Row, and when we say it's epic, we mean epic. Shop today and find everything on sale. That means epic savings on sofas, sectionals, and accent chairs, epic markdowns on dining groups, tables, and bar stools, epic deals on bed sets, dressers, mattresses, and adjustable bases, plus no interest until January 2028. Epic styles, epic selection, all with epic savings. Find them today at Furniture Row, but hurry, sale ends soon.
PB.
PB and J?
PB before we go.
P before we go.
P before we go.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, we are just 7 weeks away from Selection Sunday as the college basketball season is rounding into the business section. And for the Washington State women, they're looking to make it back to the NCAA tournament for a program record 4th straight time. And on Sunday, they took another step towards making that a reality, beating Arizona 78-57 to improve to 14-5 on the season and extend their winning streak to 3 games after starting Pac-12 play 0-3. Now, while all Pac-12 guard Charlize Ledger-Walker had a relatively quiet game, it allowed for some younger players to really shine through, as this was the Tarek Wallach game. The junior guard came through in a huge way, dropping 20 points, which ties a career best for her.
Just getting in extra shots during the week has helped me gain more confidence and just not hesitating, just taking what's given to me.
You know, she's just put herself in positions on the floor where she can make a play, or at least she doesn't hurt you. And I think when you're early in your career, you drive it so much and you don't have an option at the end of your dribble, and all of a sudden you're taking really hard shots. She's not taking bad shots anymore.
Now, in the latest ESPN bracketology, Washington State is slated as an 8th seed, but they are certainly going to be tested this upcoming week with a trip down to Los Angeles to take on number 5 UCLA and then number 6 USC. So if they can find a way to at least split that series, it goes a long way towards their tournament resume. Reporting in studio, I'm Alex Crescenti, 4 News Now Sports.
And a big good luck to those gals out there. That's awesome. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:25.
The death toll in the Middle East keeps rising as the war between Israel and Hamas continues. And over the weekend, more attacks. Sydney Charles is breaking down the latest developments from the Middle East.
We all know the price of groceries is high, but which state is paying the most? And how does the Inland Northwest fall on the list? Before we head to break, here's a first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
Is this the one that sometimes keeps you up at night?
Just days after the bombshell news that the Los Angeles Innocence Project is demanding the case be reevaluated, we're now hearing for the first time from then Modesto fire investigator Brian Spitolsky. Spitolsky investigating this burned-out van found the morning after Lacey disappeared in December 2002.
Do you think that evidence that was potentially overlooked in that van could possibly exonerate Scott Peterson?
I don't have an agenda or an opinion on his guilt or his innocence. This is, for me, it's a fire investigation.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on the push to grant Scott Peterson a new trial. With your GMA First Look, I'm Kana Whitworth, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Asthma. It can make you miss out on those epic hikes with friends. Step back out there with Fasenra. Fasenra is an add-on treatment for eosinophilic asthma that is taken once every 8 weeks. Fasenra helps prevent asthma attacks. Most patients did not have an attack in the first year. Fasenra is proven to help you breathe better so you can get back to doing day-to-day activities. And Fasenra helps lower the use of oral steroids. Fasenra is not for sudden breathing problems or other eosinophilic conditions. Allergic reactions may occur. Don't stop your asthma treatments without talking with your doctor. Tell your doctor if your asthma worsens. Headache and sore throat may occur. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. Get back to better breathing. Get back to what you've missed. Ask your doctor about Fasenra, the only asthma treatment taken once every 8 weeks. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Cal Superstore in Airway Heights. Those responsible for making our local roads and highways safe for winter travel would like to remind you that snow removal is an important, critical, and precise task. Please give the right-of-way to removal equipment so we can all get where we need to go quickly and safely.
Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical. Guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andes' priority. Get ready for the cold with a high-efficiency furnace from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andes offers a wide range of top-quality heating systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andes' team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can trust Andes to diagnose and fix any issue efficiently. Andes Heating, Cooling, Electrical. Your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY+.
Dude, you coming? Alka-Seltzer Plus Power Max Gels Cold and Flu Relief with more concentrated power. Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Winter weather means hazardous driving conditions. If you must travel, follow these guidelines to keep everyone safe. Slow down and keep a safe following distance. Use traction tires. Give snow and emergency vehicles the right of way. Carry an emergency kit. Brought to you by Lakes, Worley, Post Falls, and Eastside Highway Districts.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We're kicking off this half hour, the 4 News Now Story Tracker, following the stories people are reading about this morning.
Major development in the race for president. Ron DeSantis is out. He once was thought to have the best chance of beating Donald Trump as leader of the GOP, now endorsing Trump with just 1 day until the New Hampshire primary. Trump's only remaining challenger, Nikki Haley, is facing a double-digit deficit, with 50% of likely Republican primary voters supporting Trump.
Grocery prices are undoubtedly high compared to previous years, but households pay more in certain states, and Washington is among the highest. The Census Bureau's Household Pulse survey shows American families shell out about $270 a week on groceries. Households in California pay the most, averaging $297 a week. Nevada and Mississippi come in second and third, while Washington State is in fourth. Households in Wisconsin spend the least at $221, while Idaho is in the middle of the pack, ranked 26th, spending $257 a week. Still a lot to pay for groceries.
Sure is.
Thanks so much for joining us this morning. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Monday, January 22nd. Mark Peterson has a couple of mornings off this week. Allison Martinez filling in with your First Alert forecast.
Good morning. We're starting off by taking a look at our live conditions. A lot of the snow on those roads has kind of subsided at this point. 35 degrees in Spokane and over in Coeur d'Alene as well. Now, here are 4 things to know for your Monday. We are expecting rain today, above freezing temperatures for tonight, and a warming trend this week that will take us to temperatures in the 40s by this weekend. Now, we do have a winter alert in place. The area in purple that you see here is under an advisory until noon today. This is because these areas are still cold enough where they could be seeing sleet, snow, and freezing rain. So this is just a reminder to be extra aware and alert on those roads this morning and as you're walking around as well. This is for our northernmost counties as well as down into Wenatchee and Tri-Cities as well. Now here we're taking a look at our highs. We're seeing much milder temperatures today, inching towards the 40s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene at 38 degrees, in the 40s in Idaho at 43 in Kellogg and 42 in St. Mary's. Up north, we're looking at 36 in Colville and 37 in Bonners Ferry. Overall, pretty mild day here. Taking a look at our lows, 37 in Spokane and 35 in Coeur d'Alene. Our high for the day is 38 degrees. Like we said, we'll be right at that mark for the majority of the day today, paired with some rain showers.
New from the Breaking Now desk, we're following the latest details from the Middle East. The Gaza Ministry of Health announced yesterday over 25,000 people have been killed in the Gaza Strip since the start of Israel's war with Hamas, and over 62,000 have been injured. Meanwhile, fears of an escalating conflict continue to grow following several attacks in the Middle East over the weekend. At least 5 people were killed by an Israeli missile strike on a building in Syria on Saturday. That's according to a Iran state media. The Israel Defense Forces declined to comment. Now that comes as the U.S. military says it destroyed a missile launched by Iranian-backed rebels. Military officials say the missile threatened merchant and U.S. Navy ships south of Yemen. The office of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reiterated his stance that Israel must retain security control over Gaza following the war against Hamas. This comes after a phone call with President Joe Biden, where Netanyahu appeared to reject the idea of creating a Palestinian state, adding to tensions between D.C. and Jerusalem.
A number of types of two-state solution. There's a number of countries that are members of the UN that are still don't have their own military. A number of states that have limitations on that. And so I think there's ways in which this could work.
The Prime Minister of Israel should have the ability to say no, even to our greatest friends, when he has to.
UN officials continue to issue warnings about the current humanitarian situation in Gaza. UN officials say the war has displaced some 85% of Gaza's residents, adding that a quarter of the population of 2.3 million is starving, as only a trickle of aid reaches them because of fighting and Israeli restrictions. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thanks. Americans are starting the year much more upbeat about the economy. A survey by the University of Michigan says consumer sentiment is up nearly 30% since November, the biggest two-month jump since 1991.
Also feeling optimistic, stock traders. Futures this morning are pointing to a higher open on Wall Street. Friday trading saw the S&P add 1.2% to hit a new record high. The Dow is headed into the new week after gaining 1.1%. The Nasdaq closed 1.7% higher.
Well, check this story out. Gina Fishel got a special surprise for her 100th birthday. The California resident joined the Coast Guard in 1943 as a member of SPARS, which is the Coast Guard's women's branch. So to celebrate the milestone of her birthday, their active duty members of the Coast Guard attended her birthday party, where she was given a rare opportunity to re-enlist for one day, taking the oath once again. I'm sure that meant so much to her.
I bet it did.
Well, Applebee's is trying to make date night a little bit cheaper.
The restaurant chain is selling subscription date night passes for $200, but you'll have to act fast. The pass covers up to $30 worth of food and non-alcoholic beverages per visit for 52 visits a year. So, as an example, it would cover 2 servings of all-you-can-eat boneless wings, riblets, and shrimp. If you want alcohol, you'll pay extra for that. The pass goes on sale this morning at 9 on the chain's website and can be used in-store or online for a whole year, expiring next January.
If you're a big Applebee's fan, now's the time to act. Get on that.
Good morning, Northwest Times now 6:36.
Let's check back in with Allison Martinez, who's tracking our forecast this morning here as we look to the next couple days.
Yeah, if that Applebee's story made you hungry like it did me, I have good news for you. It's grilled cheese and tomato soup weather this week. We have lots of rain coming your way. We'll have more on that in your first alert forecast.
Now I want grilled cheese and tomato soup. Our recent storms and brutal cold were more than just inconvenient. The winter weather caused some life or death situations that are still lingering this morning. We'll tell you how you can help coming up.
And although we'll have some warmer temperatures this week, it's important to always be prepared for snow and ice. Coming up, how to navigate it safely.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for spring and receive $500 off.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
This is a great opportunity to recognize the people who are behind the scenes doing the work.
STCU's Volunteers Count showcases people who volunteer.
There's just so many people that need so much help.
This grant that we just received is going to be such a blessing.
This is quite an honor. It will help so many people.
Tell us about a volunteer who inspires you. Go to KXLY.com/volunteerscount and nominate today.
Thanks to STCU and News 4 for doing this. It's amazing.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Now's the perfect time for your new adventure. So, catch the wind, catch the view, or do something that takes your breath away. AutoNation Toyota is here to help get you out there right now. Lease a new 2023 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road. Just $489 a month. Visit AutoNation Toyota today. What drives you drives us.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for spring and receive $500 off.
Welcome back in. The time is now 6:39. Local blood donation centers are calling for more donors.
The American Red Cross is facing the lowest number of people donating blood in the last 20 years. Many donors are canceling their appointments because of severe winter weather. Vitalent's donor recruitment manager says the center has lost 80% of donors. And this severe winter weather we've had recently is certainly not helpful.
We've had to cancel several drives because of the winter over the last 2 weeks. And also donors aren't wanting to leave their house, which, I don't blame them if you're getting a foot of snow a day, right?
Because of the weather, the American Red Cross says more than 65 blood drives were canceled last month. If you have a cold or flu, you cannot donate quite yet. So please wait, then come back when you feel better. To find out where you can donate, visit KXLY.com.
Good morning. Here are your takeaways for your Monday. Today we are expecting rain and patchy fog. It's time to trade out that parka for a raincoat. Our high for the day is 38 degrees.
Shoveling snow is the tedious job that we have to do after every snowstorm.
And if you haven't done it already, you're likely left with a slushy mess to clean up today. But we're only at the beginning of winter with some more freezing temperatures likely ahead. And Ace Hardware says there are tools to help make your life a little easier. You can use an ice scraper like this to help break up any ice. Now, once you've cleared a pathway, you'll want to use some ice melter. There are some friendly pet versions as well to keep an eye out for. This will make it so the sidewalks are less slippery. Now, while shoveling snow is a chore that you may not want to do, one business owner says it's important to be a good neighbor.
And especially it helps out those people who are more vulnerable in our community, whether they have disabilities and are trying to get around, or whether it helps out our neighbors who may not have the strength and or inspiration to get out and do theirs.
And now if you do have to walk in those slippery conditions, you could get some tractions to put over your shoes that dig through the ice and help prevent you from slipping all around. Those are handy, especially in that icy weather that we saw this past weekend.
Indeed.
Your Good Morning Northwest time right now, 6:41.
Still to come, it was an action-packed weekend of football with the top teams in the NFL fighting for a spot in the division championship. But who's still on track for a Super Bowl win? A closer look next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's back. 4 big days, January 25th to the 28th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. New dealers, new boats, new floor layout. Go to SpokaneBoatShow.com.
Temperatures outside are expected to drop near zero from now through the end of the month, and we want you to be prepared. Keep your thermostat set at 70 degrees. Let faucets in your home drip. Cover hose bibs. Keep garage doors closed. Have space heaters on hand. And remember, Bill's Heating and Air will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, should you have issues at all. Happy New Year from your Bill's Heating and Air family.
Go, Chiefs, go! Up front, here comes the cat, he shoots and scores! Throws it on net, shoots and scores! Throws it on net and scores!
This Friday and Saturday, your Spokane Chiefs have 2 games in the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Friday, the Chiefs play Prince George on Gold Seal Princess and Heroes Night. Saturday, Portland's in town on Military Appreciation Night presented by Pizza Factory. For game times and tickets, go to SpokaneChiefs.com.
The idea of owning a home was a really big dream of mine. It felt kind of like a pipe dream. When I think of a mortgage advisor, I think of someone who is stuffy, not approachable or friendly. But then we went to BECU and I met Lauren. She was like, this is what we're gonna do. This is how you make it happen. This is how you buy a home. And it wasn't scary or overwhelming. Watching my daughter grow up in a home that we own is amazing. My mortgage advisor changed my life and my family's life.
You've been hearing about it, and now we've got it at Post Falls Volkswagen, the ID4 electric SUV. This SUV has a space, warranty, technology that buyers want at a price that's competitive. The ID4 was engineered to win the hearts of SUV owners ready to go electric. With a quick charge and an EPA estimated range of 260 miles.
The Volkswagen ID4, now eligible for a $7,500 lease credit.
The ID4 electric SUV, see it at Post Falls Volkswagen.
Boats of all types and sizes, heavy metal and smaller fishing boats, open bow, high-performance ski and wakeboard boats, pontoons, and personal watercraft. Learn more at SpokaneBoatShow.com.
Sign up for the 4 News Now playbook at KXLY.com.
It is now just about 6:45. The NFL provided plenty of drama in Detroit and Buffalo with fans on the edge of their seats.
History was made in one of those games, and in the other, it seemed that history was repeating itself. Here's ABC's Derek Dennis.
And the Chiefs are going to be going to Baltimore. This morning, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are headed to their 6th consecutive AFC Championship game after holding off the Bills at a back-and-forth game that came down to the wire. The Bills with a chance to tie it late, but then... No, he doesn't make it! Grown men crying in the stands as the Bills suffer yet another heartbreak. The miss eerily similar to this Super Bowl classic back in 1991.
It is no good!
There's one happy team at the end of the season, really. And when it's not you and you're so close, it sucks.
It was the Bills' defense that lost this game. Mahomes and the Chiefs' offense firing on all cylinders.
It's always fun when you get to come together as a team and really just be like y'all versus everybody and get the win.
Kelce has the touchdown. Travis Kelce scoring 2 of the Chiefs' 3 touchdowns. His famous brother Jason celebrating shirtless, chugging a beer as Taylor Swift joined him, cheering on the Chiefs.
End zone! Touchdown, Detroit!
Meanwhile, cheers in the Motor City as the Lions move one step closer to something we've never seen before. Detroit in the Super Bowl. The Lions dismissing the Bucs 31-23 to advance to the NFC title game. Elated fans celebrating in the streets.
Go Lions! Woo!
The last time the Lions won a championship, I was 9 years old. And I've been a loyal fan since 1950. I mean, I've been waiting for this for a long, long time.
Back in Buffalo, a player on the Chiefs claimed the team's hot water was shut off in the locker room, but we could not confirm that overnight. The Chiefs take on the Ravens in Baltimore at 3 p.m. Eastern Sunday, followed by the Lions and 49ers at 6:30 Eastern. Derek Dennis, ABC News, New York.
After this weekend, I'm fully back in the Lions. I'm all in on them. It'll be fun.
I'm with you, too.
We're taking a live look right now out on the roads here in Spokane. You see some cars traveling out there. Take it a little slow out there, I think.
Yeah, and for good reason. You know, there are a number of school delays, a couple of closures. They're running at the top of your screen. While your neighborhood might not be bad, some of the outlying areas not great.
That's right. Especially up north, up there, we could be seeing a lot more freezing rain, snow, sleet mix. So definitely be mindful of that as you head out this morning. Here in Spokane, our high is 38 degrees. We're expecting rain and patchy fog all day today, light winds. And tonight, our low is 37 degrees. Rain will continue into the evening as well. That fog will also follow through. Now, we do have those winter alerts in place up north in the areas we talked about, down through Wenatchee and Tri-Cities as well. These areas in purple are an advisory, and this is until about noon today. This is because these areas are still cold enough where they could be seeing snow sleet, freezing rain. So definitely be mindful. This is in place until noon today. Now, another thing that we're tracking today is fog. We are seeing some patches of it. Here's a look as we go through this morning. Grand Coulee down through Moses Lake, Ritzville, into Deer Park, Spokane, and Sandpoint. Those areas are seeing some patches of some more dense fog. That's that white shaded area that you see there. So another thing to be wary of as you head out. Here's our forecast radar. Rain is really the main theme, main headline we're tracking this week. 8 o'clock as you head out the door, Grand Coulee, Ritzville, Spokane, up north, a little bit more of a mix. All those areas will be hit and be expecting rain. As we make our way closer to noon, you can see it's going to be really concentrated up here. But again, we're seeing patches all throughout the region. Going to dry up a teensy bit, but really as we make our way to dinner time, still seeing a lot of activity, particularly in Idaho there. So definitely something to be mindful of. Wear your hoods, any type of raincoat, umbrella, whatever you need to do. Here are our highs. We're seeing much milder temperatures this week, only going to continue all week long. 38 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. In terms of our overnight lows, those temperatures are going to be a lot more comfortable as well. We're looking at 37 degrees in Spokane and 35 in Coeur d'Alene. We're really consistently above freezing everywhere here with the exception of Montana. We're at 29 degrees in Kalispell. Now here's our planning forecast. Taking a look here, you can see we have chances of rain all week long. It's going to be a mostly gloomy week, though we do have some chances for the sun to peek through there, and temperatures in the upper 30s, even approaching 40s by Sunday. So get all your rain gear out.
This weekend's looking nice, though.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Thanks, Allison.
It is now just about 10 minutes before the hour. Your morning sprint's coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with us on Good Morning Northwest on your Monday morning. We'll be right back after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Taxes aren't free, but your furnace could be. This holiday season, when you purchase a Daikin air conditioning unit, you'll receive a Daikin furnace free. That's right, free. Let us keep you and your family comfortable all year round. Contact Mainstream today.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career.
Down to 3.
But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology, so I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today at North Idaho Urology.
Have you been looking for the perfect pre-owned vehicle and wondered, where have all the used cars gone?
At Coeur d'Alene Honda, we have the best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking for a Toyota, Subaru, Ford, or maybe that perfect Honda.
Every pre-owned vehicle is quality inspected and ready for you to take home today.
We work with local lenders to get you the rate you deserve.
Inventory changes daily, so come see us at Coeur d'Alene Honda or visit us on our website at cdahonda.com.
If you're looking to remodel your home with some new stylish flooring or maybe some modern wallscape ideas, then you need to visit one of Windsor Plywood's 2 locations for the best selection of doors, floors, moldings, and more.
Windsor Plywood.
In 10 years, Lisa Schneider will have an amazing second act, thanks to career reskilling courses from AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
As a teenager, I struggled with acne, and I still struggle with post-acne marks.
New Bright Reveal Niacinamide Serum by L'Oreal visibly fades post-acne marks by up to 40%. New Bright Reveal Niacinamide Serum by L'Oreal Paris.
There are some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya provides tools that help you make the right investment and benefit choices so you can reach today's financial goals and look forward to a more confident future.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Taxes aren't free, but your furnace could be. This holiday season, when you purchase a Daikin air conditioning unit, you'll receive a Daikin furnace free. That's right, free. Let us keep you and your family comfortable all year round. Contact Mainstream today.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Monday and the work week with the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles has the details on the 2024 presidential race ahead of tomorrow's New Hampshire primary.
Allison Martinez in for Mark talking about several winter weather alerts going on today.
But first, Spokane finished the full plow of the city on Sunday. This maintenance project began last week on Wednesday. Since then, the Public Works Department plowed more than 2,000 lane miles of city streets. As temperatures start to warm up, you're encouraged to clear any snow or debris away from storm drains to minimize the pooling of water in the streets. If you notice that your block was missed on this full plow, you can report it by calling 311.
We have an 100% chance of rain today, though some areas need to be more careful than others. We have a winter advisory in effect until noon today. The areas shaded in purple on your screen are most affected. This is those northernmost counties down through Wenatchee into Tri-Cities as well. It's because these areas have the potential for freezing rain, snow, sleet, so be extra careful for that morning commute.
The University of Idaho says it is supporting its volleyball team following allegations that coach Chris Gonzalez abused, bullied, and acted inappropriately toward players. A case manager from the dean's office will monitor all team practices, meetings, and activities, and be there anytime a player requests support. Read the whole story on KXLY.com.
Local blood donation centers are calling for more donors. The American Red Cross is facing the lowest number of people donating blood in the last 20 years. The American Red Cross says more than 65 blood drives were canceled last month because of severe winter weather. Now, Vitalent's donor recruitment manager says that the center has lost 80% of donors. If you have a cold or a flu, you can't donate yet, so please wait and then come back when you feel better. To find out where you can donate, you can visit our website, KXLY.com.
Today marks the 51st anniversary of the landmark Roe v. Wade decision. On January 22, 1973, the Supreme Court legalized abortion in the United States. The decision also legalized other privacy matters about family, relationships, and bodily autonomy. In June 2022, the Supreme Court overturned Roe, ruling there was no constitutional right to abortion.
Over the weekend, a major development in the race for president. Ron DeSantis is out. That comes as voters are preparing to head to the polls in New Hampshire tomorrow. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley is now the last candidate standing between former President Donald Trump and a third straight Republican nomination. Now, heading into tomorrow's primary, Haley is facing a double-digit deficit, with 50% of likely Republican primary voters supporting Trump, while Haley falls at just 39%. In the meantime, Trump is expected in a New York courtroom today for a case brought on by E. Jean Carroll. Live coverage on tomorrow's primary is coming up next on Good Morning America.
Representative Kathy McMorris Rogers has announced a congressional hearing on protecting the lower Snake River dams. This follows conversations between the Biden administration, conservationists, and tribes that some say is a roadmap to breaching the dams. Now, in December, the administration says it planned to spend more than $1 billion over the next decade to help recover salmon populations in the region and how to offset the benefits of 4 dams on the Snake River if Congress would ever agree to dismantle them. The hearing is set to take place next week on January 30th.
Spokane businesses worked together to hold a pop-up clothing drive for the homeless yesterday. This is the second year of the drive put on by Pro Mobile Auto Detail and Ladder Coffee. After last year's successful turnout, organizers said they felt it was crucial to provide this service again, especially after our recent winter weather. Organizers said no matter how many people were to come throughout the day, there would always be clothing waiting for them because of the large amount of items they received.
Well, shoveling snow is the tedious job we have to do after every snowstorm. And if you haven't done it already, you're likely left with a slushy mess to clean up today. But Ace Hardware says there are some tools to make your life a little bit easier. You can use an ice scraper to help break up any ice. Once you've cleared a pathway, you'll want to use some ice melter. There are also some pet-friendly versions to be on the lookout for. This will make it so the sidewalks are less slippery. If you have to walk in the slippery conditions, you could always get some tractions to put over your shoes that will dig into the ice and prevent you from slipping.
Lewiston is honoring Fire Department engineer Nick Stevens. He's retiring after 30 years of service. Since 1994, Stevens has served as a firefighter, advanced EMT, and instructor. The The fire department says he and his wife plan to stay in Lewiston to serve the community and pursue his passion of umpiring baseball at the Division I level. Congratulations. Hey, back with a final check of weather coming up right after this quick break.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Does anybody want my tomato? I don't know how anybody can eat those things.
You do know ketchup is made from tomatoes, right?
I bring the vitality of sun. And I, the sea. I took the kids swimming, hit up the farmer's market, and crushed my sales call. Typical Tuesday.
Awaken your inner goddess with Vitafusion's expertly crafted assortment of delicious and nutritious gummies.
Oh, and I brought cupcakes.
Sorry about that car accident. Got that insurance claim check for you.
I got a call swap.
You forgot your check.
We'll make sure you get the help you deserve, and we only get paid after you win.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Dude, you coming?
Alka-Seltzer Plus PowerMax Gels, cold and flu relief with more concentrated power. Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
We're taking a live look over downtown Spokane. Looks pretty calm now, though we will be seeing lots of rain all day today. We have an 100% chance. We don't see that too often. And as we make our way through the rest of the week, those chances of rain will continue, though a little bit less than that 100%, of course. We see temperatures in the upper 30s pretty consistently all week long, even making our way to 40 degrees by Sunday. So make sure you break out your umbrella, your raincoat. We have lots of rain in store for this week.
Be nice not to have all the layers, though.
Yeah, that sounds really nice.
Thanks for joining us this morning.
We'll see you throughout Good Morning America with live local updates. GMA starts right now.